Stop. Before you even think about hitting that pre-order button for the new iPhone 17, you need to hear the truth about the iPhone 17e. Apple is about to drop a phone in early 2026 that sounds like a total disaster on the spec sheet, but it might actually be the most brilliant move they have made in a decade. Everyone in the tech world is losing their minds over one specific detail: the 60Hz display. In an era where even the cheapest budget Android phones have buttery smooth 120Hz screens, Apple is choosing to stay in the past. It sounds like a joke, right? You might think this makes the phone a must-skip, but if you look closer, you'll see that Apple is playing a high-stakes game of chess while everyone else is playing checkers. This phone is designed to be a sleeper hit, and by the time you finish this video, you'll understand why the 60Hz decision actually makes total sense for your wallet and your daily life. Let's tackle the biggest controversy first: the display. We are living in 2026 and the industry standard has shifted. Most flagship phones feel incredibly fluid because they refresh 120 times per second. When you go from a 120Hz screen back to a 60Hz screen, it feels like you are watching a slideshow. It's jarring. However, Apple knows something that tech enthusiasts often forget. The average user, the person currently holding an iPhone 11, 12, or 13, has never experienced promotion or high refresh rates. To them, 60Hz isn't slow. It's just how a phone works. Apple isn't skipping 120Hz because they can't afford it. They are doing it to create a massive wall between the budget model and the expensive Pro models. If the iPhone 17e had a smooth screen, a fast chip, and a great camera, nobody would ever buy the Pro Max again. It is a calculated move to protect their profit margins, but for the average user, it's a compromise that won't even be noticed in daily use. But here is where the story gets wild. While Apple is being stingy with the screen, they are being incredibly generous with the brain of the phone. According to the latest leaks from reliable sources like Digital Chat Station, the iPhone 17e is expected to pack the A19 chip. Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't a hand-me-down processor from 3 years ago. This is the exact same silicon powerhouse that is going into the primary iPhone 17. By putting the A19 in the budget model, Apple is ensuring that this phone is a performance beast. We are talking about a chip that can handle the most demanding mobile games, advanced computational photography, and heavy multitasking without even getting warm. This isn't just about speed, it's about longevity. A phone with an A19 chip today will still be running the latest version of iOS in 2032. Apple is giving you flagship power in a budget body, which is a trade-off many people would gladly take over a slightly smoother screen. The design is also getting a massive glow-up that makes the budget label almost invisible. For years, the cheaper iPhones were stuck with that old-school notch that made them look like they were from 2017. But in 2026, the iPhone 17e is finally adopting the dynamic island. This changes everything. From the front, your cheap iPhone will look virtually identical to the high-end flagships. The dynamic island isn't just for show either. It's a functional hub for your music, your timers, and your live notifications. When you combine this with the 6.1-inch display, which is widely considered the sweet spot for one-handed use, you have a device that feels premium. You are getting the modern Apple aesthetic without the modern Apple price tag. Plus, you get the full security of Face ID. Apple didn't cut corners on biometrics, meaning your banking apps and personal data are just as safe on this model as they are on a $2,000 Pro Max. Now, let's talk about the economic reality of 2026. We are facing a global hardware crisis. The cost of RAM and raw materials has skyrocketed, and most smartphone manufacturers are passing those costs directly to you. We are seeing flagship prices creep toward $2,000. In this environment, the iPhone 17e is Apple's olive branch to the middle class. They learned a huge lesson with the iPhone 16e. There is a massive group of people who love the Apple ecosystem, but refuse to pay luxury car prices for a phone. These users want a phone that works, takes great photos for Instagram, and stays fast for years. The 17e is built specifically for them. It's the sensible choice in a market that has gone completely insane with pricing. It's the entry point into the world of iMessage, iCloud, an Apple Watch that doesn't require a credit card balance that keeps you up at night. So, who is this phone actually for? If you are a tech geek who needs the absolute best specs, you will hate the 60Hz screen. Don't buy it. If you are currently using an iPhone 14 Pro or 15 Pro, this will feel like a step backward in terms of display quality. But if you are a student, a parent, or someone who just wants a reliable tool that looks great and runs fast, the iPhone 17e is the smartest purchase you can make this year. You are getting the latest chip, the latest design language, and the best software support in the industry for a price that actually makes sense. Apple has prioritized power and security over smooth scrolling, and in the real world, that is the right call. The iPhone 17e is a masterclass in compromise, proving that you don't need every single feature to have a great experience. It's about getting exactly what you need and nothing you don't. In my best opinion, the iPhone 17e is going to be the best-selling phone of 2026. While the internet complains about the refresh rate, millions of people will be buying this phone because it hits the perfect balance of price and performance. It's a workhorse dressed in a tuxedo. Apple has managed to make a budget phone that doesn't feel like a budget phone. It's fast, it's secure, and it looks like the future. If you can live without 120 Hz, and most of you can, this is the phone to get. It's a rare moment where Apple's corporate strategy actually aligns with what the average consumer needs. A powerful, long-lasting device that doesn't break the bank. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with someone who is looking to upgrade their old iPhone, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an honest look at the tech world.